That middle
Just
part.
said my wife is like, I like everything about your suit except this.
It's time for
Oh,
the
I know
yo.
we're live, Alex.
Yo
But
show.
we're in the middle of a conversation, Alex. All right. You know, Alex has gotten very cocky since he's been losing weight.
You know that happens. So you lose some weight and then you get super confident.
Yeah.
And then you're kind of like your skinny self.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Alex is like trying to tell us what to do now because he's
Mhm.
losing all this weight. And
Mhm.
he made a video that got 13,000 views in
For real?
in one day to talk about his weight loss. Now, Alex, Mr. Boss Man over there. Now, how's your video been? How's it feel, the response? And what weight are you at right now? How much have you lost?
Yeah, so thank you. Plugging myself here, Alexander Nava on YouTube. Yeah, so I made a video, 13,000 views in one day, and it was the hardest video I've ever had to make. And I'm trying to fix
Yeah,
this.
we got to fix his camera. We got to make. Ah, there you are.
Yeah, so
now you're sexy.
So the reason why it was the hardest video is I started off by showing myself shirtless and weighing myself, which I've never done before.
Can I tell you, it was a raw and honest moment when I saw it. I was like, okay, this is what people want to see, though. They want to see the real Alex.
Reveal myself.
Exactly. And I explained later in the video, I did it to take like the hypothetical power from people who in my mind I feel judged by. Not saying that they are judging me, but you know, when you have insecurities, you think everybody sees it. So it's great. The response has been awesome. I don't think there was a single negative comment on that video, though I was prepared for it. So
well, anytime you put something on YouTube, you have to be prepared for negative comments, no matter how positive it is. I've seen baby pictures on YouTube that get negative comments. Who gives a thumb down and negative comment to a baby picture? Like people are
I mean, unless
people.
the baby's like seriously ugly, in which case,
hey, yeah,
you know.
slow down, slow down. There are every baby.
Saying.
Okay, it's true. Not every baby is beautiful, but you shouldn't thumbs down a baby on YouTube.
No, I agree. I don't like online haters. Okay.
Wait, Alex, how much have you lost? Just yell it out. Are we at 50?
21 and a half.
21 and a half pounds. Give it up for Alex. Look, if you're just tuning in, make sure you hit Alex with some great comments, you know, positivity, love. 21 last week, he was at, I believe he was like at 19 or 18, and now he's at 21. And he started some workout classes, which is awesome too, right, Alex?
That's when the fat melts off you.
Yeah, so I started boxing. And gosh, I've never gotten a better workout ever. And so I do it once a week. I'm looking to go twice a week.
Nice.
And yeah, but I will say though, getting a trainer is expensive, but it's worth it.
Yeah, but he has people that love him so much they're paying for his training sessions, a couple of them, which is awesome as presents. Now I haven't done that yet,
great,
because it's a lot of money, and his friends are way richer than I am. So when I get around to that point where I can afford a couple sessions for, best believe Michael Yo will be chipping in for the Alex fund.
It's good to have rich friends.
Yeah, it is.
I've taken a boxing class, like just kind of a cardio boxing class. It gets hard quick. Covered in sweat.
Yeah.
There's some sports you don't realize are so cardio intensive, but boxing,
boxers, most boxers are ripped. You know what I mean? Like they're insane. I tried, I did, there's this class here called 9 Rounds in Las Vegas. We're shooting this from Las Vegas. And the first 3 minutes, you jump rope. And I can't even make 3 minutes of straight jump rope. And these people in there just like they can jump rope for 10 rounds straight. And I'm like, like minute 1.5. It's so ridiculous how great in shape these people are, man. But boxing is great. Alex, we're proud of you, bro. Okay, now moving on. Well, since it's trending news, we got to talk about, to me, there's 2 big stories. One sad, one, I don't know if it's sad, if it's good, but I understand it.
It's part of life.
Pete Davidson, Kim Kardashian broke up. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comments section. When you heard about this news, what'd you think?
Well, it was just sort of like that headline I was just waiting for, because you know it's going to happen.
See, that's the problem. See, I felt bad because everybody was rooting against this.
Yeah.
Knowing it wasn't going to work at the beginning. And I'm a type of person, I love, so I was rooting for it. But in the back of your mind, like, this is not going to work.
I would have loved to have seen them, like, go 5 years, like kind of go for it for a while. You know what's amazing is how much good publicity there is, I feel like, coming out of it for Pete Davidson.
Oh yeah, because
do you feel that?
He was attacked the whole relationship, and now this is all alleged. He's in some trauma therapy.
Oh, that's nonsense. I don't know why that because of the way he's been treated since
by Kanye West
since
online.
Kanye, especially right after the breakup, saying Skeet Davidson.
I don't understand what's Skeet Davidson mean.
Skeet, Skeet, if you look it up in the Urban Dictionary, is a word you should probably know.
Is it skeet, skeet, skeet?
Yeah, but it's
what is it?
Means something bad.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not,
I mean, it's not a compliment, put it that way, right?
Okay, so he wrote Skeet Davidson.
Yeah, is dead. He kind of wrote like a fake obit, didn't he?
Yeah.
On his Instagram post. So then I don't know what, like I like Pete Davidson. I'm a big SNL watcher. So my whole like angle at this whole story is through watching SNL and watching him come up on SNL. Because when he got onto SNL the first year, he just really did nothing.
Yes. A lot of people, I've had several friends on that show, and they say it's most, several friends. And they say it's the most difficult show to be on because every week you're getting no's and no's. And it's like a fraternity, unless like one of the main people have to like you to get in skits or to be in your skits. Because if you're, for instance, Kristen Wiig at the time or Amy Poehler at the time.
Sure, they're calling the shots.
Well, not just calling shots, but if I write a bit, they have to like me to be in it. And if they're in it, that gives me a better shot to get it on the air. And vice versa, if they like you, they'll put you in their skits. So it's very sorority, fraternity. It's very high schoolish from what I understand. But it's such a creative place. And now I watch the show. I have a couple friends in the show right now. And I think that's kind of changed, but maybe not. But what's difficult is the one thing I found the most difficult, if you do a bit, and Dean Edwards told me this, he was on Saturday Night Live in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
If it's bombing in the room, because you have to perform all your bit, you have to do the whole thing.
In the writer's room?
In the writer's room, in front of Lauren. If it's bombing, no matter if it's bombing 10 seconds in, 20 seconds in, if your bit is 3 to 4 minutes, you have to do the whole bit. And they go, that's the most gut-wrenching thing in the world. It
happens too. Say, I love SNL because things bomb. Because you don't know you are watching something that is so live in that all those people are super talented.
Oh, 100%.
By the way, I think the fraternity sorority aspect of it, comedy rises to the top, right? I know, when you're doing these comedy clubs, I bet you there's usually a sense of like who did the best in the club.
Not at all. You know what? That's when
not in stand-up.
Stand-up, it happens when this is what I've learned, and this by talking to other comics. That happens when you're younger.
Okay.
And you're trying to make a name for yourself.
Competitive.
It's not more competitive. It's still competitive when you make it. It's just you're not confident in yourself when you're younger. Once you know what you're doing and you're good, it doesn't matter. You want everybody to do well because that just makes a good show. The insecurity of you trying to be the best, then you care about it more how you did. Now, when I'm at the Comedy Cellar, New York, or in Las Vegas, everybody crushes and everybody knows they crush. So it's not like who did better, because once you get to that point, comedy is so subjective, where I hear people say, I don't like Dave Chappelle. And I'm like, he's the best comedian in the world. I heard people say, I don't like Bill Burr, Louis C.K., whatever, and it's kind of like, it's so subjective. It really doesn't matter.
Actually, I stand corrected because I think you're right. And I think like, even when I've been down at the Comedy Cellar, once someone comes on and they nail it, even the host, right, to intro the show, once I'm in, I'm kind of rooting for everybody.
100%.
And the better one person is, the better lead in to the next person.
But the newer comics, when you first start, you're not like that, because you don't want to follow somebody that's really good, because it could make you not look as good.
Yes.
Where when you're good, it doesn't matter who goes before you, after you, you're going to have fun.
Yeah. But in the world of improv comedy,
yes.
So when I was just out of college, my dream was for a hot moment, I wanted to have like a comedy sitcom, right?
Yes.
And so I went to the Groundlings in Los Angeles to take classes, because that's where you take classes. Probably some of your friends in SNL might have come out of there.
Yep.
Right. I did all right. Like I did really well in the lower level classes. Like it was clear, I had some timing and whatever, a lot of energy. When it came to like the cutthroat, like the level right before the first junior company called the Sunday Company, I got cut hard. And it was very clear. Like,
now, when you say cut hard, what does that mean?
I got cut out of the program at that point. and that about 3 or 4 people from my class went on into the company. It was clear their material. It was just like, I bet what it's like at SNL. It was clear their sketches were better. They got more play during the shows. My stuff was played down. And I felt it. I knew it.
So they just say you're no longer in the program?
They were really gracious about it. I got a call from a woman. I'll never forget the call.
Wow.
Because I was on my bed in Santa Monica and I was waiting for this freaking call. And I got the call and I felt just a massive flush of disappointment. Like, hey, you should keep up at this. You know what I mean? Like, you're really good. This just isn't your break. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, so they kicked you out of the company, or they just said you're not moving up?
No, I could have kept taking classes till the cows come home, but I didn't make it into the Sunday company.
And then you were done with him.
And then I watched 4 people get into the Sunday company, and a couple of those people have killer careers. So
that's awesome.
But you know what? They had it. They had the writing skills. Yeah,
you could tell.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it is on SNL. I would imagine. SNL has never been like a dream for me because here's what's weird. I can't do characters. It's not my thing, right? But some people are so good in writing skits. I'm kind of just good at writing my own comedy for myself, and that's pretty much it. I can tell you my story all day long with my parents, my kids, my wife, but when I have to tell something about somebody else, that's where it's really not my thing. But as far as Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian, I feel like a lot of people were rooting against this. And my thing, it's not even about Pete. It's not even about Kim. Do you really want Kanye West in your life? Even if this worked out, do you want Kanye West in your life for the rest of your life in this marriage if it were to work out? And I think that answer is a big no. Can you imagine this guy coming around? Look how erratic he is right now. I mean, Pete Davidson, I hate that they broke up or whatever the circumstance, but this is good for Pete Davidson because now he doesn't have to deal with Kanye West.
Oh, I bet on one level, he will be so relieved. This was totally like a rebound relationship. This was the guy that got Kim away from Kanye, I think.
Yes.
Right? She was in a very, very toxic situation with someone who probably was not quite well, right? And it's really hard to get out of that, especially if there's kids.
Yeah. And what you're talking about 4 kids.
Yeah.
You're talking about Kanye West. Look, people adopt kids. People get brought into families all the time. So it's not the kids necessarily, unless Pete didn't want that. To me, it's more about Kanye West being in your life for the rest of your life. I mean, I know fathers that have kids from other marriages, like they marry somebody and they have kids.
Yep.
And they wish the guy was a terrible father, much less, but all my friends, the other husband is great and they're friends, and they go, whoa. So I know this guy's going to be in my life because he's a great father. He's a great guy. I heard one comedian, I forgot her name. I heard the bit, but she goes, I would rather the ex be dead. If I'm so I don't have to deal with him. It's a joke. People don't overreact about it. But she made this joke, like if I marry a guy and he has kids, I don't want the wife to be alive. His ex-wife to be alive.
Get it.
Yeah.
Well, it's the next level of in-laws. Like I think the old joke used to be the mother-in-law. There's still mother-in-laws are still a thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you have any friends with like a really difficult mother-in-law?
Well, I like my mom and my wife, they get along, but my mom is very she's Korean. So they speak their truth. They speak their mind. And my mom speaks it to me. She'll speak it to you. She'll speak it to, she doesn't care. If she has something to say, she'll say it. So I think in culture wise, a lot of people I'm used to that because I grew up with it. But people like my wife and different people that's not used to it, it's jarring at the beginning, but then you get used to it,
Oh man,
my mom, I remember, I say it in my special, so I can say it on this.
Yeah.
My wife doesn't cook that much. When she cooks, it's amazing. My mom walked into our new house and goes, oh, what a beautiful kitchen for no cooking. But she didn't mean to dog my wife. She just meant oh, it's sad this kitchen's not going to be used. It had nothing to do. She wasn't attacking my wife. She was just saying, wow, what a beautiful kitchen for it not being used. You know what I mean?
I get it.
But I get how my wife sees that's an attack on her too.
My mom and your mom should be sitting at this table. My mom is intense.
Yeah.
She throws out zingers. She 100% offers her opinion. First off, I think.
What ethnicity is your mom?
She's Midwestern.
Okay.
German. and like
Midwestern German.
Yeah, but I'm talking like folks who got up at 4:30 in the morning at 20 below to milk the cows. So really hard.
You're from a ranch. You're from a ranch.
Really hardworking, very Catholic, kind of folks who are pretty strict. You know what I'm saying? She will just say whatever's on her mind, and you have to get used to it because it's almost like
jarring.
It's like a slap.
I mean, I remember my first time on television. My mom called me up and goes, "Oh, you look big on TV." I go, "What are you talking about?" She says, "Oh, you need to work out." And I was like, "Wow, and I was so excited my first time. It was on E! Entertainment. I remember. And at the time, I'm 200 pounds now, but at the time I was 230. So she was right. I was bigger on TV, and she was just looking out for me. It sounded very jarring. But she goes, no, TV. Like, I remember my dad was in the background. And my mom goes, it looked like you gained 10 pounds. Like, TV make you gain 10 pounds. And my dad goes, it makes it look like you gained 15 to 20. But that's where I'm from. My parents are like that. And I love them for it because that's just the way they are, So as far as Kim and Kanye, though, I think Pete, the rumor is he's huge. So
I don't know. You know what? I just
but does that matter?
I just don't think that could be true.
Oh no.
Is this confirmed through your friends at SNL?
Look, I'm not gonna say my friends at SNL, but the word
Michael
is
Yo's got sources.
This rumor is out there, and they're saying,
it's a great rumor.
It's a great rumor.
Yeah,
it's a great rumor.
Right. Okay.
But everybody's like, yeah, what? Alex wants to jump in. What?
Yeah.
Alex?
So I have some friends that's the rumor too, right? And I think if that rumor's out there, it's got to be true, because if you don't put it out yourself and somebody's saying this, it's got to be true.
I mean, this dude is hooked up with everybody.
Why don't we just Ariana Grande?
But that does, I think, for a rebound, or just a one night stands and stuff. That's what women want, just to have fun with some.
Oh, just a bad boy too.
Yeah,
but I mean, Kim is obviously into the bad boy thing. So we have a photo of them when they kind of had this kiss on SNL when they were doing a skit. They were like riding the genie carpet, and that was kind of the beginning of their connection. And then I think she actually called him. She got his number from one of the producers on SNL.
Now, do you think this is a hype? But she would have called him if she hasn't heard the rumors or knew he was big. If he was just an average sized dude down there, do you think he would be as hot as he is right now?
I mean, I think it's not a bad rumor. You don't hear that a lot. So when you do, I think you think, okay, it must be true. And
women want to investigate.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I think it's the whole package though. Okay. No, I'm
funny.
So it's not just the rumor about him being hung, but then it's the tattoos with the kind of he's got that kind of complexion, like, he's doing heroin, but he's not. He does his whole Staten Island thing. Yeah. Like, he's just
because the Staten Island thing is hot.
Well, I don't know. He owns a ferry. I don't know. It's just, he's a perfect mix of
it's all about being hung. That's all it is.
No, it's the combination.
He can be ugly on that show. And if the word is out, he's famous, he's on SNL, he's hung, he's gonna hook up with hot celebrities.
You know what it is too?
Because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't, just like the opposite, if a girl was out there, I mean, you can't compare, but if one woman celebrity is out there and everybody's like, yo, her thing is the bomb. And every celebrity dude is like, no, it's like incredible. Every dude that's single be like, yo, I gotta hook up with this chick to see what this is.
Is that ever a rumor though? Because I feel like it's like she's got great tits or she's got a nice ass, isn't it? Do we ever say?
I mean, but I don't hear the same about women. Maybe when I was young, like in high school or because that was more of, you're like in it for the first time.
You're talking about parts.
Yeah, you're talking about, but it's like, like when you're an adult, it turns to, about this dude's hung, because that's all you hear. It's not like he's a great boyfriend or he's this. It's like he's hung. So what, Alex wants to talk. What do you got?
I just say, I think the fact that he also was with Kim Kardashian is probably going to get him even more women. So it's kind of like a self-feeding cycle, right? Because now they're gonna be like, oh, he was with Kim Kardashian. Like, who doesn't like Kim Kardashian? So
this is such a
is
true
he
statement.
like the Alex Rodriguez now of comedy, because he's totally made the rounds.
Look, I forgot the guy's name, but when I first got to E, this was like 2007, 2008. There was a guy that dated Jennifer Aniston and then dated Cameron Diaz. It was like the whole Hollywood circle. He was just in that circle. And it's almost, and I get it.
Right.
This is why I get it, because these women, they can't go out of the pocket and trust any dude, you know, to bring into their circle. So once a dude is in that circle, and if he's good in bed, he kind of gets passed along to all the celebrities because they can trust him. First of all, he's not going to run his mouth.
I was going to say, what do you mean trust? So not talking about,
because he was not talking about it
for publicity.
He was not talking about it. You just saw him with these different female celebrities. I forgot the guy's name, but I swear he went through 3 or 4 of these A-list celebrities. And it's almost like once you're in that circle, you know, you're in that circle and they can trust you. You're good in bed. You're probably a nice guy.
Yeah.
And, you know, people like hanging out with you. And I think that's what Pete is right now. You know, he's probably I have friends that are good friends with it. They say he's a phenomenal dude.
Really?
He's a great guy.
I mean, certainly fun.
A fun guy. Yeah.
By the way, the other thing is he's gotten way funnier on SNL. Like, I feel like he shows up and he's written something. Whereas the first, you know, 2 years or so, he's just sort of like, I'm stoned, haha.
I think on any show you find your voice if you're there long enough. It's like comedy.
Hopefully.
Like for some reason in comedy, when you're doing stand-up, all of a sudden you'll wake up and you just have your voice. You just know. It's like hosting. You're terrible at reading a prompter. You're terrible, and all of a sudden one day you wake up and you're like, oh, I got this. You know?
Yes, I do know. Yeah, you get really comfortable in your own skin. Yep. By the way, speaking of Pete Davidson, so I thought this was hilarious because we were saying that he really is kind of getting some love.
100%.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a whole Twitter thread right now. I don't know if you saw this on like hypothetical tweets on who Pete Davidson will date next.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
let me guess.
It's so funny.
What are people saying?
Yeah. All right. So people are saying, me, because I love Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson and Jennifer Coolidge. You know, Jennifer Coolidge is right.
That would be hilarious.
By the way, Jennifer Coolidge at the Groundlings, when I was there, I used to watch her on stage before she hit it.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, how was she on stage back then?
Fabulous.
Fabulous, right?
Kind of still playing that diva. It was kind of like wasted. Yeah. She was playing a series of characters like that, but she was nailing it. She was in the company performing, you know. I think Pete Davidson should date Maddie Healy.
I don't know who that is.
Next, I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is, Alex? Okay, let's get that one. Pete Davidson has just been spotted with Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor.
Oh, okay. So that's hilarious. That's hilarious. But here's the thing, man. Pete's a hot commodity. He's super nice from what I hear from my friends. And it good for him. I'm happy that he got out, or Kim, whoever broke up.
Yeah.
If he didn't break up, he's probably sad, but on the opposite end, he's probably relieved he doesn't have to deal with Kanye anymore.
So it's kind of like coming back to the Chelsea Handler and Joe Coy breakup of 3 weeks ago. That seems like in the news cycle, it seems like forever ago.
Yeah, it does.
But inevitably kind of fresh for them. We don't really have a super clear sense. There was no negativity coming out of that breakup. It was like done mutually and done well. So I feel like other than the Kanye thing, you know,
this was done well too.
This is done well.
Yeah,
with
breakups,
respect.
Because I think when you're a celebrity, you try your best to make it end well. Because if it doesn't, that's negativity on you, your career, and people that the industry looks at that. You know, and not saying they're doing it for the industry, but look, it's all about money at the end.
Can we make a prediction?
Yes.
Okay, so coming out of a long relationship with Kanye, going to Pete Davidson for 9 months. Who will Kim Kardashian be with next?
Kanye West. Kanye West.
No,
she'll be with Kanye West.
I don't think so.
These Kardashians, they love to get back with exes, man. I think she'll go back to Kanye West. It's the father of her kids, man. 4 kids. Kanye. Yes.
He's not well.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I see Chloe do it. I see all the Kardashians kind of go back to the original. And I think since you got 4 kids with him, if he says he's changed, even though you believe he hasn't changed. You kind of got to give him that benefit of the doubt. And then see, for some reason, look, I've never been in a relationship besides me and my wife that have kids that we've broken up and kids are a part of it, because I think you make moves based on your kids. And why, since she's single now, you can't say she's not going to see Kanye. You can't say he's not going to see his kids. So they're going to be together and there's not another dude around. So this is the time to Kanye West to step up. And I'm not saying he will be that gentleman and great guy, but I think if he shows that he's decent again, she will give him another chance. Because why wouldn't you?
I'm gonna make a bet with you right now that she does not get back together.
All right.
Because I think behind the scenes of all the television and the headlines and everything, I think he is probably struggling a lot more than we know.
Oh, I think no, don't get me wrong. I think he's struggling big time.
Yeah.
But I also think Kim feels, and anybody that I've talked to parents that have kids, and I'm not saying this is Kanye West, but that are drug addicts. And you kind of got to let them go and make their own decisions and fall on their face and hit rock bottom. But it doesn't mean they don't care about him. It doesn't mean they still want to help. And I feel like Kim, I don't know Kanye's situation, but there's an attachment. You got 4 kids. You want him to be around for those kids.
By the way, since I know you know him as a friend and her as well, have you heard from Joe Coy at all on this breakup?
No, he's been promoting his I mean,
the movie.
The movie, yeah.
Whoa, he's blowing up right now. I think you guys were in New York last week at the same time.
We were, and this was a special moment in New York because he was on the Today Show the same day.
We're getting another emergency alert in Las Vegas.
What is it?
Because we've had rain for 2 weeks. Sorry, it says there might be a flood, but so far dry. It's dry in the podcast studio, so we're good.
So it was such an amazing moment. And I didn't tweet about it or anything, but it felt special to me. Joe Coy was on the Today Show at the same time I was on Good Morning America. On the same day, he was promoting his movie. I was promoting Amber Brown. And I thought that was such a huge moment because I remember doing a podcast with him in his garage 12 to 13 years ago. And to see full circle, he's selling out stadiums. And we're on 2 separate shows in primetime morning. It's such a pinch me moment. It's such a wow, is this real moment? It's a real moment. And I'm so proud of him. And I'm sure he's proud of me. And it was just a cool feeling to know he was on the Today Show and I was on Good Morning America at the same time.
Dude, that's amazing. I think I heard you say too that like for stand-ups, you expect to put some time into it. I mean, you're saying 12 or 13 years and look where you both are now. It's exciting. But
well, he's put 25. I mean, I think he's at like 32 years right now.
Yeah.
But we were together. I met him. He's the one that told me to start comedy, that took me on the road and taught me the business. But it was just a special moment, like I'm at like 11 years right now. He's at like 31, 32. So what I'm saying is I need to, since he started a lot younger than me, I need to do things a lot faster because I started way older than him. You know what I mean? So I got to do it. If it took him 30, I need to do it in like 15, 16. I got 5 more years to cut. And I'm not talking about selling out stadiums. I'm just talking about being a super successful comedian where you have fans for the rest of your life. So,
okay.
Yeah. I do want to talk about Olivia Newton-John. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't really know her work. I know she was in Greece. But what I do know about her, because I know she was in Vegas a lot, she met a lot of people. And from everyone I talked to that met her or that knew her, they said she was the loveliest person. And you actually met her, took a picture with her and interacted with her.
Yeah, I did. I got a chance to interview her, I think in 2016. And the thing to know, Vegas loves Olivia Newton-John,
yes,
as does a lot of the world. So I have a lot of history because when I was a kid, Grease was on TV. And this is back when I was like, okay, VHS and a VHR.
Yeah.
Okay. VCR. Thank you. See how long it's been? I couldn't remember. So we recorded it on TV on our VHR. Right? VCR. I can't say it anymore.
It's okay.
What was it back before there was
VHS tape and a VCR?
Oh my God.
Yeah. VCR, man.
Okay. It was about this big. Yeah. So we put it in, we recorded Grease. I watched it 55 times.
Wow.
Like I know most of the words in Grease. But she was a huge singer before that. So she was born in England, went to Australia, and then like kind of at the end of the disco thing, did Xanadu.
Okay, I don't know.
I know you know this. Let's get physical.
Yes.
That was a young Olivia Newton-John.
Wait, she said that was her song?
Yes.
Okay. I do know that one. I do know that one.
And she actually, I think she won a Grammy like before Grease. But I mean, very young, like in her 20s, out of Australia. You know how picturesque, like beautiful she was.
100%.
And this like very sweet voice. Well, she did 3 years in Vegas too, later in her life. In 92, she got breast cancer and she survived it. And then coming out of that, she started just all these programs and charities and medical treatments for other women who have breast cancer. So she's really known around the world as a supporter of breast cancer research, of breast cancer, like an advocate for people with breast cancer. That was from 92. I think it came back twice.
Wow. My mom's lucky. She beat breast cancer 3 times.
What?
3. My mom is a soldier, and not to take away from Olivia Newton-John, but I've been in that situation where my mom called me after she beat it the 3rd time and go, I didn't want to bother you. Like, that's how my mom is. It's like, why didn't you tell me? Well, I didn't want to bother you with it. But Olivia Newton-John, that's what I heard. Like, she was an advocate. Like, she was out there helping people. And the older we get, like I'm in my mid 40s, and it's kind of like mortality. You think about it. You think about how you want to be remembered. Now when I see my kids, I want, you'd never know how long you're going to be on the earth. So I just hope my kids know I love them. That's the main thing. And you think about legacy now, where when you're younger, you don't think about that.
No, definitely not. She is one of these people with that, 100% of my posts of people all around her circle in Los Angeles and Vegas today in the last 24 hours. She's Dame Olivia Newton-John, by the way. She had that title gifted to her because of just who she is and her grace. 100% of the posts are talking about she was always thinking about other people.
Yep.
She loved animals. She had a beautiful farm.
Yeah.
She actually, when I interviewed her, the majority of the conversation was about the animals and how she was caring for each one and what was going on with each one. Just not about like herself and selfies and that whole thing, about other people.
The stories I've heard, and which is great, which it really, really makes me feel good. It's like when she would meet somebody, it wasn't like, oh, hey, thanks for being a fan. It was kind of like, oh, where are you from? And like, she would actually have conversations with these people. She would treat them like a friend, want to actually know about them rather than just a quick hi and bye, which I think is a testament to her. And like I said, when I was growing up, I wasn't into what she was in at the time. We all grow up differently, but I do respect a person when they pass away, how they're remembered and how they're loved. And no matter who you talk to, it's kind of like Bob Saget. When he passed,
very
everybody
similar.
loved him too. Yeah.
Everyone loved Bob Saget, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know a person who didn't love Bob Saget.
I don't either.
Yeah. So, but it's nice to leave a legacy like that, and I was just thinking today, it's like, where when you're young, when people die, it's an accident when they're your age range, right? But then when you get older, it's kind of like, it's just happening on a regular basis, and that's what's scary.
Come on, in the last 3 years, it's been like fast forward of us losing people.
But also, I feel like since it's a 24-hour news cycle,
that's
the thing to do now. Like I remember when growing up, TVs went dark at midnight, and you watched the news at 7, and that was it. So whatever, if it wasn't local in your area,
and Johnny Carson,
they didn't care about national news unless it was like a huge story. Now I feel like everything is so sensationalized and let's pit people against each other because they need content for 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
on the news, and that people say, what do you think went wrong? What do you think is wrong? I think 24-hour news is wrong because when I've been on the other side where you have to create conflict for people to watch. People love to watch conflict. You know what I mean? They love when people have strong opinions. Right. They love verbal jousting.
Yeah.
And it's amazing when I'm watching sports to politics to anything. It's just literally I turn on my TV. It's just people yelling at each other.
Well,
that's all it is now.
You got time to fill, right? And you either got to really produce and research something, which, takes a while, or you just set people up who are good at arguing with each other. I think we should argue more.
I know.
On this podcast.
I know.
I'm done agreeing with you. You know what I'm saying?
We already had the pineapple on pizza situation.
Oh yeah. But I was right about that.
I saw you clip that on social media.
And you saw everybody was like, I was right. You don't put pineapple on pizza.
No, it's just because you know what? The pineapple haters are the only ones who are gonna
pineapple haters,
because
please.
The people who love pineapple, like Alex and I, right, Alex?
Oh, of course.
Okay. All right. So the people who love pineapple, you don't even need to bother to come forward to post, their hatred of pineapple. That's how I'm feeling. But you know what? I'm going to back up my opinion by bringing you a pizza with some pineapple.
I would love that.
Okay.
Oh, we got to keep it away from Alex though, because he's on his strict diet. How much would it affect you, Alex? How much of an asshole we would be?
I'd probably have a piece.
Oh, you would?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moderation.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing. I've been just like today I'm going out for Taco Tuesday, which I do every week.
Oh,
yeah.
Taco Tuesday.
Yes. That's how much
excited I got.
No, see, I've never seen you get that excited. I feel the same way.
Okay, where are you
going?
Tacos? Yes.
I can't say it because it's me and a bunch of people who are online, and I don't want a bunch of people to show up potentially.
All right.
But so you actually go.
He's got like a taco date. He's doing
we have a group of friends, and we go every Tuesday. We just started about 4 weeks ago, and because in this industry with creating content and everything, it's so hard to meet up unless you're like, hey, come over, let's film a podcast. But we decided to take time on Tuesday and do Taco Tuesday every week.
I love that, and you know what I love about Alex? He never invited me once. That's what I really love about Taco Tuesday.
You're a busy guy. If you want to come, the invitation's always on the table.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You see, I had to force myself into that.
Michael Yo is a busy guy. Yeah. I invite him on my show, and then he's like, oh, yeah, I can come. Oh, no, wait, I can't. Because he's traveling the country and doing stuff like that.
I had to do GMA that day.
I know. I'm really excited.
So you're saying GMA is more important than JJ? Huh?
Yes.
Can I ask you something? I come right after it, though, my show. I think GMA is like, I can't wait to go on the set of GMA. Did they powder you on GMA?
Did they powder me? No,
Did they powder your face?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
What, did it look shiny?
Oh, no.
Are you saying I look bad?
No, you look handsome. No. I'm just saying, I was wondering if, because people come into my news station and say, is someone going to do my makeup?
Oh,
and I go, no, it's not going to happen here.
Well, GMA doesn't do makeup.
Okay.
I mean, they do the anchors and stuff, obviously, but
sure.
I just do my own. I just do, I have a eye thing. I do light under the eyes, and then I have a couple spot treatments, and then boom, gone. It's all about the lights. See, Alex, it's all about if the lights are bright enough, you look great.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Oprah be interviewed? She has the light
in
box.
person.
Yeah. Have you ever seen?
No, I've never been in the room. You have?
Oprah has a light box around her. It's crazy. So imagine me sitting right here. So there's lights. If you interview her, she makes you pay for these lights that go like, it's like a TV. It's almost like she's in a TV, but it's a light box. It's called a light box, and it shoots light from every direction. That's why you never see hard wrinkles or anything like that. You never see bags under the eye. And because it's so bright.
You know why? Because she knows.
She knows. Women are criticized more than men. Like if I have bags under my eye, nobody cares. I care, but nobody else cares. A woman, they're like, oh, she get like women. I feel so bad for women at times because they're so criticized on the way they look. I wear, just to tell you, not to cut you off, I wear the same suit every show. If I wear a suit, I wear the exact same suit, change the shirt. Nobody says anything. If a woman were to wear the same dress on different outlets, she would get criticized. What, Alex? You had the mic up.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Have you heard the story? There was actually a news anchor in Australia who did the experiment.
For like a year,
of wearing
right?
the same suit for a year and no one
said anything. That's how worthless we are. People don't even care about us. We can wear the same thing and nobody cares.
I will say this, though. I know this from doing my local show here in Las Vegas.
Morning Blend, by the way, if anybody's paying attention, it is Morning Blend. Thank you.
When the men come on the show and dress up, I hear from the viewers.
Do you?
Oh, we love it. You had that gentleman on with a suit this morning. Yeah, they appreciate the effort.
Well, your viewers are 85 years old.
Well, I mean, some are. I know, right?
They're used because it would make sense. I would say a lot of the Vegas people are older viewers. Let's be honest, in every network, right? So they're used to Johnny Carson. The guys wear suits.
Yeah,
I know a lot of older people. They hate when like people like me go on the news and we're just dressed down. They're like, because it's a presentation. They think if you're a guest, you should dress like a guest.
You should, but it's
these same people, when you do stand-up, they like the stand-ups that wear suits, but
what do you wear when you do stand-up?
I wear this, not shorts, but I wear black shirt, black jeans, and Jordans. But I love myself, and my wife wants me to perform in a suit, but I don't think
I love it. Can I tell you why?
Why?
I'm going to say this as having hosted Next to Men for years and years, because it creates a dichotomy. If you're funny and you're loose, but then you got a suit on, it's like you're a little of both.
Okay.
It's kind of cool.
When I'm on the morning break next time, I will wear a suit. I will show up to your show in a suit. When am I on?
Let's just play with that.
I'm on next week.
I believe.
Or whenever. I can't make it next week.
Are you on next Monday?
I think. Oh, is it Monday?
I don't know.
Whatever. I'll be on Morning Blend. What channel is it on?
I mean, Alex has this really busy calendar. You and I have a very busy calendar. I'm joking because Alex had to check his calendar at the beginning of the show. I'm on Channel 13 here in Las Vegas.
And by the way, Alex is on another podcast. Graham, what's his last name?
Yeah. So I am also a producer on the Iced Coffee Hour. So feel free to go on YouTube, Iced Coffee Hour Finance Podcast. So
Yep. And also subscribe to this one. What else we got to talk about today before we get out of here?
Did you guys see? I have a cool story.
Yes, give it to us.
Now we don't have to get too into it here. But did you guys see that somebody's home got raided in Florida by the FBI?
I want to talk about this.
Oh, wow.
Donald Trump's house got raided in Florida. Now, this is what I found interesting. So you got one side that's going, it's a what is it? Everybody's against Donald Trump, right? You got that side. And these people that are saying that, look, I'm very in the middle. I'm an independent. I look at things for what they are. The dude incited a riot, and you can disagree or agree with that, but he didn't try to stop it. There's proof of that. Now, if you don't want to see that proof, that's on you. Now, there's those same people are saying, oh, everybody's against Donald Trump. That's why they raided his house. Even though there's proof that he's had terrible, he's bankrupted companies. He's done awful things in his career. He's kicked out black people out of apartments back in the 60s. There's proof of this is my thing to those people. If you're saying Donald Trump is the pillar of truth and everybody else is lying except Donald Trump, that's a big problem. And you need to really look into yourself and go, do I believe everything Donald Trump is saying is true? And he's my highest of truth. Donald Trump, that's where things go off the rails for me. So they raided his house, if you want to say something.
I think people who really believe that he's the truth are wearing red hats, Yeah. And we know that. Literally, I'm just going to talk about my own physiological reaction. When you bring up Donald Trump, my throat gets tight. I'm feeling a little bit claustrophobic. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is craziness. Now, so the FBI, though, went in and did this. So last night, I turned on 3 different networks. And it was shocking because what I heard was very different scenarios of what happened.
Absolutely.
And I was like, there's no hope of us really clearly forming an opinion on what's going on here because there's already completely two different sides to the story.
And one side, and this is and then one side, look, I'm going to say it too. The CNNs, the MSNBCs, they have their agenda too. Fox has its agenda, so you can watch whatever one. That's why I don't watch it. I form my own opinion and I read certain things I know that are truthful. And what's truthful is to raid a home, you need an FBI warrant and there has to be proof of wrong dealings. And when these people are defending Donald Trump, but if they rated a liberal, then it's fine. Then it's fine. And that's the problem. It's the hypocrisy and everything where you could rate a liberal. I'd be like, great. You could rate a Republican. I'm like, great. I do not care about party. I think parties is a thing that's destroying this country. I wish it was just one party where everybody had to get along and everybody pick, Republicans, you got good ideas. Democrats, let me put them together and let's make this country better. But you got people picking sides and stuff like that. But I don't care who gets rated, whatever side. But these people that are defending Donald Trump, when there's proof where, it's all over TV. There's wrong dealings he's been in. He's been to court several times about these wrong dealings. And what I love is in America, no one is above the law. When you have a normal citizen go to jail back in when Clinton was president and he was a liberal and for weed, for 10, 15 years, but these white collar crimes get no time. They don't even have to show up to court. Like that's where the hypocrisy is. And all these people saying he did nothing wrong. What I love is it shows no one is above the law. And if anybody else was doing the wrong dealings, I don't care if they're president or not, they would get raided too. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Yeah.
Sounds like you're back in the
just
FBI.
I just hate hypocrisy.
Oh, he's not done. Here he
I
comes.
hate hypocrisy. I hate that you can defend one side and the other side does the same thing, and it's terrible. It's terrible. Like, my thing is, both sides are terrible. I will be the first that both sides are awful, and pretty much they do not care about us. I'm not finished. JJ. You know, this is what upsets me.
Oh,
you know, like
he's got the pointer finger.
No, hold on one second. So there was a point where people were getting mad at normal people for collecting checks from the government, saying they don't want to go back to work, right? And this is how the people up top got us brainwashed. So Republicans were saying, oh, people don't want to go back to work because we're giving them free money, right? Why would I go back to work when you guys screwed everything up? But they have us so brainwashed that normal people, they judge minimum wage workers for not going back to work, collecting a check, rather than holding the people that didn't handle this whole pandemic well. Like, it's like, I wish I could collect a check, because I would collect it as long as possible, because you guys, Republicans and Democrats up there, you screwed it up. But they have us so brainwashed, we go against each other. We're like, look at this person collecting a check and doesn't want to work. That person that makes minimum wage, he wasn't in charge of the pandemic or vaccines or anything like that. Why are we blaming the little guy?
I have so much respect for anyone who is out there working minimum wage. 100%. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if it has, if it has to do with toilets or cleaning up after other people. We so need people doing those jobs. However, here's the thing. I don't know if you noticed this. This is a non-political. Why are you looking at your phone now?
Because
you waiting for someone to see if anyone commented on that?
Oh, no, they won't comment.
Okay.
Because I don't read comments, because I post and ghost. And if you comment on my comment, we fight.
Wow, he's fired up.
I'm fired. This is fired me. Alex knew what to say to fire me up.
I'm just going to say, okay. I dropped my dogs off at the vet a few minutes ago. And I will just say this. The vet said, I am so low staffed right now. I can barely function. I'm so sorry. I don't have time to talk to you. There are a lot of businesses that are very understaffed though right now.
Great.
So
great.
At a certain point, it would be nice to get everything operating.
I agree with you, but why are they understaffed?
I don't have the answers.
Because the government didn't handle things right.
Well, because there is a global pandemic.
100%. Yeah. So why are we blaming this small guy? And by the way, they haven't received checks in 6-7 months now. So I mean, you can't blame the small guy for not wanting to work. It's just like, oh, maybe people came to the realization that I'm not going to work a shitty job for no money anymore. Well, and I'd rather hold out for something better. I mean, but why are we blame?
You really can't survive off minimum wage.
100%.
Not by yourself.
100%.
You have to have multiple people in the dwelling, like making that. It's crazy.
I'm just tired of the people that can't change what these politicians are doing up here, get blamed for everything. Like, if somebody doesn't want to work at a pet store, good for them. I'm not going to blame them for not wanting to watch dogs or clean a dog all day. Maybe they're looking for a better job. Maybe they'll never find that better job and go back to cleaning a dog or a cat or watching somebody's pet. But I'm not going to blame them for taking free money. I blame the people up top making millions because they have insider trading, because they make the laws and then they collect millions of dollars. Those are the people. It's like, I don't trust you. The normal people collecting a check, let me tell you, no problem with that. No problem. And people are like, it's free handout. Guess what? It's a free handout because these people screwed it up, because these people didn't plan ahead, So because you had one person saying, didn't want to say it was real, so other people was like, it's not real, so look, and Joe Biden screwed it up too. So I'm putting it on both sides. I just hate when we turn on each other and we don't make the decisions for these people. These people are up here saying, I believe the American people. Don't speak for me, because you don't support what I think,
You almost went into your Obama voice.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say
you did. You sound a little bit Obama just at the very end. By the way, Michael Yo does an amazing Obama. Like you're gifted with. You must have similar vocal cords because you can do that voice so easily.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here today. Michelle.
Yeah.
Malia. I forgot my other daughter's name.
Good time.
Sasha.
Boy, I am just like spent from that political rant, my friend.
I know, and I don't like to talk politics ever, but I just had to say it once he brought it up. It's like people are so hypocritical and blind to their side, where I look at everything for what it is. You know, Joe Biden's been horrible this presidency. I'm not gonna lie to you. He didn't. I don't even talk about it anymore. But I go against both sides. I just want a freaking president in the future to be like, yo, Republicans, I like those ideas. Democrats, I like these ideas. Let's go. And if each side, well, you can't do that. Shut the F up. I'm gonna do what I want. You know what? So I'm the president. I'm the president, and I'm going to make everybody get along, whether you like it or not. And I'm going to take ideas, and I'm not going to care about party.
All right.
That's what I want. And when you elect me president, 2024, Michael Yo.
It's Michael Yo for president. By the way,
president.
According to his mom, though, he might need to drop a few pounds if he's going to run for office.
Oh, you so big. You
God.
Need to lose weight. You need to lose weight. Why are you so big on TV?
I'm telling you, we got to get our moms. We got to get our moms in here virtually just so they can, my mom, it's always about my hair or what I'm wearing. I mean, she had lots of opinions.
How old's your mom now?
In her 80s.
Oh, wow.
And, but she's a rock star, right?
Yeah.
She's a rock star. But it's always like, you should wear longer skirts. Did you know longer skirts are really in? She's been saying that for like 40 years.
So is that why you wear longer skirts?
I don't wear longer skirts.
Yeah, you do. Your skirts are always long.
Oh, that's not that long.
That's
she means
TV,
to the floor. She means to the floor.
Well, that's not
because,
a longer. That's like a dress.
I wear skirts below my knee on TV. You want to know why?
Why?
Because the camera, if you wear skirts above your legs, camera shoots right up the legs. And I actually I just unfortunately lost my producer, Micah, who I worked with for many years, but we had a code when we were close to getting an underwear shot of me, he would go legs, 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 legs. And that meant be careful. Your legs aren't crossed enough or your skirt's too short. Legs.
I had a code when we worked at a club and our boss would drive in and we would all see him. We had code words and we would say,
what?
The weather is changing, or Scotch pine, which is a plant. We would go Scotch pine, and they finally caught on, but it was funny how.
That's funny.
Scotch pine. It's not fun. It sounded way funnier in my head till I said it. And then it was like, I fell flat. So, but it's true. It's true. We had code words for different things. And when I was forget it. We'll move on. Is that it, Alex? Is that all you got to say to fire me up?
That's what we got. JJ? That's what we got this week.
All right.
No, there's so many things that we get to talk about next week, but we'll save it.
All right. So next week, my parents are going to be on the podcast, which is awesome. You people love subscribe, right, Alex? Subscribe.
Subscribe, guys. I need a job, please.
Yes. So subscribe to the podcast. We love you guys. Keep sending us your comments because what we're going to start doing is reading some of your comments. I think that'll be cool. Or if you ever want to email me personally, michaelyovip@gmail.com. Because you are a VIP. michaelyovip@gmail.com. And I will read your email. You know what? If you have a problem, if you have any problems.
Oh, they got problems.
Email us because I will read it on the air and we'll help you out.
You know what? Let's do that next week. Let's feature a little feedback from everybody who's been watching the last couple weeks.
Okay.
Because I've had a great time. Thank you for having me back.
Oh, man. This is great. Yeah. All right. So follow you where?
At J2 Snyder, Instagram, Twitter. You can message me on Facebook too. But, that Facebook inbox, it's hard to keep up with that.
Yeah. I don't even look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just email. If you want to talk
Instagram,
to me, I will.
Baby.
I will email you back, Michael Yo VIP, and we'll talk about whatever you. If you got a problem, we will answer it. Alex, where can people find you, sir?
Go ahead and just Instagram, Alex_Nava_photography.
And I am at Michael Yo on everything. We will see you next time. Later,
Michael Yo.